Alright, and I think we are live. Let me check it while I'm awkwardly staring into the sky. Also, I usually have a pretty significant delay on it because that helps my end of things not crash horribly. So we might be actively live right now. Yep, I just got the YouTube notification for my other personal account. Wow, look at us. It's Minecraft time.
It's Minecraft time.
Carry me, Ben. It's time to enter. Just a cowboy. Alright, let's see. What map do we want to do?
You should give an actual intro, Jacob.
Welcome. We have 2 concurrent viewers. Welcome back, or welcome to BibleCraft. I'm here with Ben, who's this little green guy, Nolan, who's the guy with the eye patch, and Joe, who's the skeleton. And then we also have this random Club Penguin guy running around. The point of this is we're basically hanging out, playing Minecraft. We'll probably do some Bed Wars, then probably swap to Survival when we get too ragey because none of us play Minecraft anymore. And at that point, we'll go swap to some Survival and go just talk about theology and whatever else comes up along the way. But that's about it. Is that a Technoblade skin I still see? What is this skin?
Yeah?
No, it's just a random king. Legends never die. Freddy, but and you know where else people die? Freddy Five Bears. There's a Freddy Five Bear here. It's one of the worst memes.
Seth Cooper in the chat.
Jacob,
What?
Since you said that,
Goodbye, Ben.
remember me.
Remember me.
All right, guys. We're playing some Bed Wars. We have to protect the bed.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know if people actually know how to play Bed Wars.
So I think this is actually kind of interesting. This Bed Wars is kind of where we first all like met each other. I guess it was like one of the one things we had in common when we all started college.
Yeah. Was we all played games.
I wasn't even going yet, and Jacob like me one day and was like, "Hey, join us. We're playing a Minecraft game."
That's right.
Lonely and isolated in an Illinois cornfield, so I just joined.
Yeah, because that was during COVID.
And then I heard Nolan's mom yelling at him for playing video games, and that was a pretty accurate introduction to Nolan and his life.
We might be getting rushed from the left, I think.
Yelled at by my mother. It is what it is. It was during COVID. I was living at home. I was working for my neighbor who was like spouting off conspiracy theories to me about like the Democrats like poisoning America with lead or something like that.
Oh.
So I was already like not super happy about what I was doing in life at the time.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one before. Enlighten me. I'm a purveyor.
I never told you about conspiracy Sean. He was a funny.
No. What?
So he was a funny neighbor. I mean, he didn't really like. I worked for him, but it was usually because he knew I was in Bible college at the time. So he would like try to trap me with like, "Hey, how old do you think the Earth is? How do you feel about gap theory?" And I'm like, "Brother, I'm here for like minimum wage. Stop asking me."
Brother, I'm only here because my school got shut down from COVID.
My brother in Christ. Stop.
Get some help.
It was.
We need to make a soundbite of Joe saying that.
My brother in Christ. Stop. Speed bridging time. Ready? Oh yeah.
You can't speed bridge anymore.
Watch me.
I want you to fall.
Wait, maybe not.
I'm the best.
Blood has still got it.
Blood. Me and Red are both going for blue here.
Someone has less of a life than I thought he did.
I may be married.
Secretly, he's been practicing for years.
Gosh.
I'm blocking for you, but never mind.
I was more blocking so Red could get it here.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get it.
Just a casual amount of cross teaming there. What's up, Andrew? Thank you for joining.
Oh wait, nope.
Blue is out. I don't know.
Excellent.
I was gonna say I posted in a couple of the different Discord channels I'm in that I was going live, so that's probably.
Okay. So VGM.
I posted in VGM, and then I posted in the Christian bro code server, and then I posted in my old YakMC server. That's pretty much
where that one guy last time who actually seemed to know what he was talking about came from, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Red is looking at us hesitantly.
Intensely.
Oh yeah, they're heading towards our diamond gen.
Oh, that sounds important.
So I'm gonna cross map them.
Oh, they're almost here. He's lagging his way all
Yeah, he's
across
going
the
for us.
bridge.
Oh, there were two
I
of
got
them
one.
there.
Yep.
Oh,
Good.
there's two M's in each gen. I'm grabbing M's and running.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Where's the red guys?
I
One of
killed
them's
one
down
of
On the
them
there,
bridge right
anyway.
now. He's giving me the
Okay,
eye.
I'm just heading towards diamonds then.
And I just sniped
Yeah,
the
go.
crap out of him.
Nice,
I've still got the bow, baby. I am Legolas.
Here, brother.
brother.
You're legless?
You're
I did not know you were a
Basically.
veteran, my brother.
Joe. Joe
Man, It's
Swanson.
been so long, and I've still got the snipes.
Mm.
It feels good to go back to
It
a
does.
beautiful game like Minecraft. Hello, Andrew Story in the chat. How's it going, homie?
Yeah. We love all the homies in the chat.
We love all the homies in the chat.
Alright. I think I'm gonna wait and get iron armor before I go back out there.
Yeah, that's probably
smart.
Oh, I don't have iron yet. That's why I keep dying so fast.
Yeah, I need to get iron armor next.
I just stocked up on my ender chest before I left, so I
like-
have some ammo.
Actually, I might go so we're not just all actively just sitting in the generator.
I'm just gonna help. I'm gonna sit in the.
Oh, actually, I just need one more gold.
and get
Never
his-
mind.
Here.
There, I got it. I think. There we go.
Yeah. How much?
Oh, I
gold
already
is it
have
for
iron armor.
again?
I'm stupid.
Well, we knew that.
We knew you were stupid, so.
All right. Should I save the 4 M's or should I just use them now to go get red bed?
Use them now.
All right. Actually, Joe, if you have any extra gold, I might use it to get a milk.
Red and yellow are fighting each other, so this
I just
is
used
at yellow
the
base,
gold to
so-
get a.
Okay,
little
you're
bit more
good.
Good
on
idea for
arrows
us right
so
now.
that I'm stocked and my iron armor, so I used it.
You're good. Don't worry about it. I just bought prot and a trap.
Yep, I just got diamond gen real quick.
All right.
I
Next
might
is
build
get
out to
sharp.
I might try building out to the left diamond gen.
Okay.
Yes, Nolan. Go. Go forth and conquer, my friend. Up.
All right. Which team do we think is more of a threat here?
I'm not sure,
I
actually.
think yellow just successfully defended against red, so red's definitely more aggro, but
Yeah, I think red is probably our bigger threat here. They just seem more
Yeah.
confident. Oh shoot, I got a red coming to me. I just gotta dump all my stuff in a chest
Well-
before I die.
They just killed me and Nolan, which does not take much competence, but they do know how to play the game.
I deflected a fireball poorly. All right, yellow bed.
And they ju- yeah,
yellow
they
bed's
just
strong,
got
red is our
them.
biggest threat right now.
Yeah.
Alright, red it is then. Are we just doing the thing where we let Jacob go right in?
They're coming to us from our diamonds.
Yeah, I see him. I'm here. This is a really laggy one. Is he posh? Yeah, I think he's potting.
Yeah, he was potted.
I love
No
when
one watched the
people
bridge.
just pull a stupid call and push me when I have a bow.
Leroy!
He's running.
I got him.
I should be almost. I'm almost to red.
Actually, it's
The other
probably...
the other two are coming. The other two are coming right now.
To you guys or to me?
He knocked me off. There's both of them are coming. They're on our.
I'm gonna
They're,
try not to kill him so that
they're at our
Jacob can
base.
get the bed. Oh wait, Jacob got the bed. Okay, we're good
Yeah,
then.
there is no more
They
bed.
backed off, it looks like.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
Got
I'm
one?
giving chase.
I almost sniped the crap out of that guy.
All right, let me rearrange my hotbar real quick
If
here.
he would quit lagging across the map, I could hit him.
No, that's actually really annoying.
I grabbed sharp really quick for you guys.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
You're
Roll
good,
up on
man, Jay.
arrows a bit.
Oh, I almost got them. They're all heading to blue.
Gentlemen.
They're heading to blue. I got. Oh, I didn't get any of them with that. No way. Got one.
Well, they're not leaving blue.
Yep, we can push them here. We can push them in.
What? How long does the TNT take? I haven't
Wow.
done a TNT jump in a long time. There are still 2 yellows lurking as well that we
Oh,
can't
that's good
forget
to know.
about.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see if I can.
Do we still have a trap?
Probably.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna just back off. I'll grab our diamonds again.
Okay.
All right, he's
sounds
at 5.
good.
That guy's at 5 health, Ben. If you want to take a shot at him.
No, I think one of the yellows is trying to get to our bed. Nope, he's just getting diamonds. Never mind.
I was gonna say, I think there's a couple of us here at base right now.
Okay, I got 4 more diamonds. for
Red's
the-
trying to get out.
pause.
He's trying to re-bridge.
got him.
Last guy's here. Last guy's here.
Where?
He's at half health and he's at blue.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna push out towards yellow so that they have to push me with my bow if they want to get more diamonds.
Okay.
Jacob, wait for me to go in. I can help tank some damage. For
Okay.
you. He's probably getting fireballs right now, so you can hold this off. I'll try to bait the fireball.
Wow. This is the most strategy we've used in a long time.
Here, watch out. I got this.
Fireball. I don't have blocks though. He's running. Good stuff.
He just potted up something. Oh, he's at 1. Got him.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I forgot how many finals I have. That's an obscene amount of final kills.
Tell us you have no life without telling us you have
Hey,
no
I
life.
don't play this game anymore,
Brother, I
Ben.
played with you when you had like 200 final kills.
Yeah.
We've played this game a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too much for our own good.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
I feel like I really only played when I was like
Oh.
in my dorm room, really. In my dorm room or during COVID.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, same here, but I spend an obscene amount of time in my dorm room, so...
That's
I think
bad.
we have enough for Prot 2. Do you want me to buy that?
Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
Are they just chilling over there?
Yeah.
Yellow's just
they're-
turtling up.
I kind
They're
of want to
watching
go
me,
for...
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to bait a fireball.
Alright, I have 4 fireballs. I can also just nuke them here. I
I've
have...
got fireballs in hand.
We need to make a coordinated multi-pronged...
I got one.
assault. Nice.
Nice.
And he had diamonds on him.
Oh, it's the last yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
did
gonna
not
say,
do enough.
you guys can either just push... Oh, there's a hole in this bridge. I just have emeralds and diamonds on me, and so I don't want to just push in right now.
Yep,
If
for
I can
sure.
get around and up here, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, darn it. He timed that
Um,
right at the worst time for me.
hmm.
Well done, Yellow.
Well done. Oh, rotating items. What are... Charlie the Unicorn?
What's... did you say
Teleportation
Charlie the
device?
Unicorn?
And a mine?
Like the video?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that there's
haven't heard
rotating items in this game now.
Charlie the Unicorn in way too long.
It's probably not a bad
That was,
thing.
that was
No,
a nice
no,
Pope
it's not
video.
too long. It is not too long. That's a horrible...
No way, dude. This guy's just turtling up.
I was gonna say I got
Yeah, that's
full
really
pots
annoying.
and 3 golems.
He had multiples of those. Because I had clutched the first one, but the second one not so much.
I was gonna say I'm about to go and he won't be able to stand what I'm about to do.
Diamond sword, ender pearl.
No,
Pride cometh
full
before
pots,
the
full
fall.
pots, 2 bridge eggs, and 3 golems.
Pride cometh before the fall, my friend.
Oh, he's trying to push you guys here.
I hope
Let
he
him
does.
push. He knows that we got this last guy with the fireball, so he's probably trying to. There, oh, I was gonna say if that stopped him. Oh. Yeah, this guy, he's no hope. If he's turtling up right now.
Goodbye. Yo! What a game!
Man.
What a game!
Dude, for our first game in like 8 months.
That was
this is-
crazy.
Yeah, man. For our first game.
Oh yeah, we didn't do any warm ups.
No warm-up.
No
Very
warm ups.
warm-up.
There were no warm ups
First
involved.
I have not touched this game in...
I
No
haven't
warm-ups.
touched this game in so long.
No warm
We're
ups.
getting
No
hot
warm
lobbies,
ups.
bro.
Ahem.
This game is where there's a Bed Wars lobby my junior year where the video was born.
The video.
Which video?
What?
The Frozen video. Do you remember?
Oh
that one?
gosh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good video.
That was a Joe original.
That is a Joe original. I love that
I
video.
don't know if that video qualifies as a good video.
Oh, it does.
No,
So,
it's good. It's good.
gentlemen, while I have you gathered all here,
Oh gosh.
remember we have a podcast type thing going on.
Oh yeah.
Jacob,
That's
you want to
true, we
remind
do.
us what our question for the night is?
Our question for the night was the original question. Let me backtrack. So the original idea for this came from we were just discussing a. Sorry, I'm actively trying to put something on my Snapchat story to tell people to join the stream.
I'll introduce us.
Yeah, go for
Tonight
it.
we will be to kick off our theology podcast. I'm clasping my hands in front of me like a professor, but you guys can't see that because
Nice.
yes. Anyway, we will be sharing our own church backgrounds, where we come from, and where we have landed as far as church/theological stances / whatever to kind of give you some knowledge as to where we're coming from. Also, there's a blue pushing us. So, hold on. I need to go fireball him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I think.
So,
all right,
we can start out. Being pushed by blue is what pushed me far red. So,
yeah, Nolan, you can start.
Gosh, that's horrible. Seth said, Andrew said he's never played before. Yeah, this is a game that we play a lot, or we used to. It's an interesting one.
Someone got married and had better things to do with his life.
Hey man, hey, marriage is a beautiful thing.
It is.
I know
Imagine not being married. Yeah, Joe.
Imagine thinking marriage is a prerequisite for doing ministry.
Oh, oh, yikes! Where does blue go right here? Oh,
he ran.
Okay. He didn't run very far. He's looking at us.
Awesome.
I'm really bad.
I'm getting a beautiful POV of Benjamin throwing down endstone onto our bed like a good team player.
Did you watch me fall into the void in the background there, Joe?
Oh, I did.
Nice. All right. So we're talking about what our backgrounds are. I kind of grew up all over the place in terms of denominations. Kind of bouncing around from a lot of different either non-denominational or my grandpa was a pastor in the United Methodist. I grew up going to a Free Methodist camp. I went to Lutheran VBSs. So in terms of denomination, I've pretty much got all of them in some way, shape, or form in my experiences. And then I went to a Brethren Bible College, W.
Very different from some of the other ones.
Yes. Not bad, just very different. No. Very scholarly. Sometimes to a fault, but it's not a bad thing.
That's for a later podcast.
Yeah.
Save your material. So that's kind of your denominational background. Where did you end up landing, Jacob?
We have a guy at our base.
Interesting. That's not where I landed.
Very true. So right now I'm yikes. So I've ended up being a pastor in Converge, which is loosely Baptist.
I thought that was a branch of E-Free.
No, I thought so as well. In practicality, it works out more along those lines.
Well, in practicality, a lot of things are pretty
we have a blue and yellow and everyone.
Not anymore.
Another blue.
It's good to hear.
And there's a yellow in the tree.
Diverse church.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one. I like it. No, you're good. I'm like trying to both focus on talking and playing Bad Wars. Multitask.
Just survival.
Brain power. Ooh. Sorry, I don't know what that was.
Acting weird tonight.
Oh!
I'm so just
Bowder's just in a screaming mood. When Bowder streams, he gets louder.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
It's good. It makes it fun.
Was that a... Okay, I thought I saw
totally didn't cross team with yellow to protect him as he killed their bad.
Yeah, I watched that happen. It was beautiful. It was well played.
That was strategic. It's not cross teaming unless you deliberately don't kill them or something.
Speaking of yellow, he's coming to us now.
So there's Jacob's background. Nolan?
Yeah.
As our resident pastor kid, you want
to yellows. There's 2 yellows coming in, by the way.
Right,
the other one just blocked in.
Mine was also a weird one. So we started off when I was probably until I was about 13 or 14. We went pretty consistently to one Bible church, just kind of a rural one.
I'm going to try to counter push.
Was non-denominational, probably loosely. I mean, you probably know what non-denominational means. Somewhat close to a loose form of Baptist. I wasn't really old enough or knowledgeable enough to pick up as far as whether they had stances on Reformed or covenantal or dispensational or whatnot. They're just a pretty normal, smaller to medium-sized church, and they began to grow. And some of the issues that came with that eventually caused my parents to decide to leave that church. Lots of differences with leadership over stuff. A lot of concern about how this church was using its finances. a lot of concern about a lack of discernment that was maybe being used as far as who was being given money by us. Some concern about what activities the youth group was choosing to do with each other while on youth trips and stuff, going to movies that may not have been a good call, stuff like that. There was not one big thing that pushed them out. It was a lot of little stuff that just added up over 13 years. So, and then after that, we didn't really find, or I guess my family didn't really find a church again until about 4 years ago, when I was already at Bible college. So that's kind of my dirty secret here, is that I actually had a chunk of about 4 to 5 years where I wasn't really going to a church regularly.
You dirty
Although
sinner.
at that time, I was starting to work at the same Free Methodist camp Jacob worked at. And so I met him there, met some other people there, stayed friends with him out of most of that group, but still some people I talked to.
Yeah.
And that was a big influence on me, not as far as theology goes, but just in kind of carving out a time in my life where I was able to focus a bit more on God and spend time reading the Bible a bit more intentionally, and that really kind of restarted my faith. I was always the kid who would have the answers in Sunday school and be the first one to speak up, but then there was, some time there in middle school where I wasn't really doing anything with it. So early high school kind of got serious about it again. Never planned on going to college.
I'm looking at him right now.
Came to visit Jacob at Emmaus one time.
They're running back to their base, I think.
He convinced me to sit in on IBI, which is Introduction to Biblical Interpretation, which is funny to me because that class gets complained about a lot because it's one of the more difficult early 2-year classes. But it blew me away. I never thought you could study the Bible in that depth without being in seminary or whatever.
Oh,
and I guess I've known seminaries existed, but I hadn't ever really given thought to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's my buddy getting to study it like that and be at a school with professors who knew it that well. I forget what Mr. Cozen was talking about specifically. I think something about not over-spiritualizing the text when you're preaching it. I don't remember, but it was good. It was really good, and from there I started thinking more about coming and ended up signing up, and next year was here at Emmaus. So since being here...
Oh, shoot, they're at our base.
Brethren Bible College, so there's some of that influence, I'm sure. That's pushed me to be a bit more dispensational theologically, although I'm not diehard on some of that. And then I would fall more into a reformed...
One's inside.
Camp. Yep.
So he's at 0 health, but I'm low.
Stayed non-denominational, would fall reformed theologically.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Not all the way. There's a lot of stuff tied in with reformed. I'm not into infant baptism or anything. Not amillennial, but...
If you call it pedo baptism, will the podcast get flagged?
Probably.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's not find out.
Well,
no.
I already said it, so...
Well, I guess we'll find out.
No, so I'm a weird, eclectic mix. Again, non-denominational really is the best way to describe myself with a lot of that.
Yeah. Red just walked off? What?
Oh. That's me.
Time to even the odds.
No.
All right, Pastor Kid. Let us know.
Yeah, Nolan, where are you from?
Alright, so I guess I'm up next. So I differ a little bit from these guys in that, I mean, not entirely. I come from a very, very Christian family. My dad is a pastor for a non-denominational church in central Iowa. But while we were growing up, he was a youth pastor. So I was always like that little ankle-biting kid who's like running around youth group and generally kids. Yeah, basically that's me. But
still is.
I grew up knowing like all the stuff about the Bible. Like I was like super into like all like the Bible history trivia. Red has a diamond sword.
All right, let's just attack them together then.
I was always pretty big on like man, all this stuff in the Bible is so cool. I want to know about it. And basically, it essentially stopped there, where I knew all like the stuff about the Bible, but didn't really give a crap about anything else. Especially,
Oh,
we won. That's our second win in a row.
I killed him with my bow.
Win streak.
Win streak.
No,
Win streak.
Growing up in a non-denominational church, as Ben said earlier, that essentially that gave me some very, very Baptist views growing up. which is to say, for newer viewers, Baptists have a very heavy emphasis on the personal, like, relationship aspect with Jesus. It's less so on corporate worship, pretty low church, and more about an individual's personal relationship with Jesus. So that kind of forms the backbone of my faith, is my personal relationship with Jesus. I grew up going to a non-denominational Christian camp up in northern Wisconsin. Shout out to Fort Wilderness. It's a great ministry.
Yeah.
Which shaped a lot of, like, kind of my personal philosophy of how I do ministry, is in terms of, like, big on community development, big on, like, showing people Jesus through our interactions with them. I went to the same college as Jacob, so Plymouth Brethren background. I don't really find myself super tied to Plymouth Brethren theology, but it's not. Plymouth Brethren theology is essentially Baptist theology too. So I mean,
I was gonna say, can I make a clarifying comment here?
the difference is ecclesiology, really, and that's about
I was
it.
gonna say, brethren really aren't that distinct as far as most of their theology goes. It's their ecclesiology that stands out. They have a different church structure, and older brethren had a lot more distinctness as far as when they first started being premillennial, dispensational, whatever titles you want to put to that, and whatever misconceptions you want to bring to that. It was a bit more unique. That's really most of the things that were once distinctive about the brethren have filtered out into most non-denom American churches.
Yeah.
And most of their emphasis aren't really that different. In our college especially, it's a lot more of just basic theology. Like, there's not a huge noticeable lean towards brethren-specific stuff except in ecclesiology. So, just to clarify that, it's not some
That's
weird...
a good clarifying point to make.
Because not many people know about the brethren. I never knew about them before I was enrolled and attending here, so...
There's a second Red about to be here.
Just to point out, it's not a completely whack job college or anything.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
no, it is not that bad.
No.
I also just said the name of the college, Jacob, so...
That's alright, I don't really care.
Okay,
there is still a Red running around behind the base.
No, I got him.
No, there was another one, I thought.
No, not the one that was hiding under our platform?
I mean, it's possible, but I left one who was just roaming.
Last meal.
Oh, they just lost their bed, so... Oh, geez, we are not winning our... We're not keeping our win streak.
I don't...
You never know.
But during my college years, I did an internship at an E-Free church. Great E-Free church, and it kind of plugged me into the Evangelical Free Church of America, as far as, like, denominationally speaking. So I currently serve as a student and children's pastor within the EFCA denomination. So that's to say,
youth pastor.
Yeah, that's youth pastor. It's just with a fancy name because
there's 2 greens on our bridge.
There's 4 greens on the bridge. All 4 of them came.
Oh, and I got one of them, but
no, that didn't help at all.
Red's in mid, hopefully.
This is
I need to get
the guy with 17,000 finals.
Yeah, Red needs to push them.
So if we can kill him here and then push back, we might have a...
There's one on the roof.
Yeah, one's on the roof already as well. These guys are sweats.
Yeah. I got one of them. Red needs to push because there's 2 dropping and then 1 more coming in.
Our bed's gone.
Nope.
Have faith.
I do have faith.
But the 4th one's about to come back, and
don't fear him. He can smell your fear.
Amen. But yeah, I think theologically speaking, I am pretty in line with a lot of basic Baptist theology. Again, heavy on the personal relationship with Jesus. Where I differ a little bit is I am less dispensationalist from these guys. Since I live in an area of the country that's very, very plugged into the CRC, like the Christian Reformed Church kind of background. And so from that, I have explored a little bit more into the realm of covenant theology and less so dispensationalism. And that's kind of informed a lot of how I read the Bible. So I am prone to reading the Bible, like, a lot of in light of, like, how the whole Bible as a structure is, like, pointed toward Jesus, and all about how it fits into the 2 covenants of the Old Covenant and the New Covenant.
yeah.
Would you say that's fair?
I think that's fair.
Sounds about right. Like, which, again, isn't to say that I don't see a Christocentric focus in the Bible, but I'm not sure that the Bible itself, that's kind of a debate that keeps coming up in my circles, or that I keep reading about in theology, is the Bible's main character for lack of a better way to put it, Jesus or God?
There's one coming, but I'm trying to
Is
bypass.
that in your normal circles, or is that in your like weirder Emmaus circles? Because I mean,
no, that's a pretty like that's something I've been reading about and talking about in some of the theology classes and stuff. Has been is the focus of the Bible Christ in the redemption, or is it God in His glory? With Christ's redemption as the biggest facet of that, and so that's a bit more of the divide too. But yeah, in general, anyway, keep going.
We have more coming in again.
No, I think that's fair. Yeah, and essentially those are just divides on how they're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in. That's just divides on like.
Red just fell to him. Wait, just live. No, red through.
Oh.
All right, if we can get a chance, we just got to run to red base from here. Then.
They're trying to get in.
Yeah, I know.
Then they're all
above you.
Viva Las Vegas, boys.
Oh, there's not a bridge to red base from here. Well, there is a bridge, but there's no way to get onto it. That's all right. I thought red was going to get that, but then they missed their pearl. That's all right. They had like 18,000 finals. I don't feel bad about losing that one.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Nope. I'm kind of sick of iPixel, to be honest, at this point. We've only been streaming for half an hour, and Joe hasn't even gone yet. But yeah, that's me. I am a youth pastor I'm evangelical free, who leans a little bit more covenant theology side, and yeah, that's all that's really super important about my theology and my faith. Joe, you are up.
I am up. So first off, I'm the odd man out here. I did not go to a Bible college. I never really grew up going to a Bible camp. I grew up predominantly in non-denominational Baptist-leaning churches, kind of similarly to a couple of these guys. I really honestly didn't invest in personal faith too much until I graduated high school and went to a gap year program at a Christian camping organization. Shout out Forest Springs up in northern Wisconsin.
All these camps are in northern Wisconsin, by the way.
If
you're in the area, check out Forest Springs, Sky Lodge, and Fort Wilderness. They're all great camps.
All of them amazing camps. I've been to all of them throughout my time at Camp Forest Springs. Loved my time there, took a gap year program there, and that's really where I started delving into a personal relationship with Christ, where I found myself still kind of sticking around the same theology. I mean, I don't have any fancy words for it other than your typical non-denominational, Baptist-leaning Christian.
Fancy words aren't what's important.
Exactly. I don't need fancy words to love Jesus. But then I guess more background, I met these guys at Emmaus. Well, technically I met Jacob and Nolan first when they came out to Forest Springs during one of their trips for college.
Actually, you got connected because of your wife.
Yep.
We did
Joe's
indeed. My
girlfriend
wife
at the time was Jacob and I's close friend from school.
And soon we loved Joe more than we loved her.
Obviously. That's pretty obvious. And then moved down to where said college is, started working there, and I'm just chilling, basically. Here for a good time.
And a long time.
Yeah, we're your usual streaming group of just a bunch of ex-Bible college students. I think of
Plus
the three of us, Joe's Bible college adjacent.
Yeah.
He worked.
But also kind of important to this is kind of like our upbringing, because Joe, you were public schooled, right?
No, sir. I was homeschooled.
Really? Okay, so of the 75% of us, everybody excluding me is homeschooled. So
I never realized that. I don't know how. I know that you've told me that, but why did I don't know how I blanked on that. Huh.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Man, imagine being a public school.
That
sinner.
one dude just got 4 final kills in a row and team wiped. But yeah. I just bought a pop-up tower by accident. I'm the only public schooled one here. Everybody else is homeschooled, and that will probably, to some extent, impact the way that we all think and engage with each other.
I think that's fair.
Oh, I almost got red bed. But then they found me.
Very important, informative part of how I was raised. So.
Agreed.
I'm just juking red at their base if anyone wants to come and help.
All right, I'm on my way.
I don't have the health to actually
I
do anything about it, though.
Myself. Never mind. I will do what I can with.
We can't leave the base too undefended though, because red is pretty aggro.
I died. Never mind. Yeah, all three of them. I forgot I had wood tools when I dropped there, and so I couldn't quite get the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What else? Background-wise, I guess would be important. You two did youth ministry majors at school. Yeah. I'm finishing up a theology track. So it's honestly, at this school, it's very similar. Mm-hmm. There's a little more practical ministry focus in you guys' degree. I have taken a bit more in the way of theological, like, I don't want to say theological as in you guys didn't get theology, but I've done more of the deep dive theology courses.
You've done more of the let's learn the names of all the Philistines courses.
Well, yes. I did a presentation and a term paper on the Philistines. I consider it an area of personal expertise.
You mean the Palestinians?
Stop.
Stop. I'm joking. I am joking.
And we got muted. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no. YouTube just banned us. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Nolan.
Thanks for coming to the first and the last BibleCraft stream.
We knew it was going to end with Nolan.
We really did.
No, we'll save talking about that conflict for a later podcast episode. I mean, that's Joe. Do you have more to add about just like your upbringing, kind of what your personal theological beliefs look like?
Oh, I forgot. I don't actually have a.
I mean, honestly, not a whole lot. I mean, they're pretty basic. There's not like a lot of in-depth stuff I could really go into. Oh shoot!
That's awesome.
I was actively about to drop onto red base. Well,
yeah, the guy who's killing me right now is the guy who has basically wiped everybody else.
He didn't actually get me.
Joe behind you. Joe behind you. Well, technically below you. In diamond armor.
How do they have diamond armor already?
And there's 3 of them here, so we can't even go for it. Do you have any blocks to build up with me, Joe?
No, I don't.
Here.
I think this is GG.
Run.
There. Bye, Joe.
Yeah, I died. Rest
Block
in
trap.
spaghetti. Never forgets.
Never forgets the spaghetti. They'll never get this. They'll never get this.
King of the castle.
Oh shoot, there's one right there.
These are like the guys in Fortnite who will chase you all the way across the map for 1 kill.
They're chasing right behind you.
Am I the only one? Alright, that's it. Time to go for a ladder clutch. Oh, my wife's home. I missed that. Oh,
nice,
hi.
Nice. Well played.
Thank you.
You still got your
pretty epic
kill.
clutch.
Alright.
Your Womb Destroyer's 3,700th final kill.
Not Womb Destroyer. Alright, let's drop out and go swap over to survival. That way we can actually remember how to talk.
Oh, also on Hypixel?
Yeah, but we'll have to upgrade versions probably.
Oh, yeah, so we'll have to totally close out and relaunch Lunar.
Let me swap my OBS to my...
what version do we need? Just most recent?
1.20.4.
Yeah, 1.20.4.
Alright.
Don't worry. I'm swapping it back to starting soon because I don't have like a we'll be right back slide on my OBS. Oopsies. Okay.
Wait, so what are you doing?
1.20.
We're swapping over to survival.
No, I know that. I was asking Jacob what he was doing.
I was basically, I don't have like a we'll be right back slide for my OBS. And so I had to set it to starting soon.
That's funny.
Gotcha. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Likewise.
Do you have any people watching right now?
We got 3 concurrent viewers. So Andrew said that he's a BMA Baptist.
BMA, I shouldn't. I just watched a video on all the different. See, the Baptist is such a wide term. Almost any belief can be found in one of the Baptist branches. Trying to remember what BMA one is.
Yeah. That's why I generally don't say that like we're related to Baptist because that just doesn't tell anyone anything.
No, it doesn't. And every now and then it might have a bad connotation that we don't necessarily want to throw out.
Yeah.
Just because, again, it's such a wide family of denominations that there's a lot of most church doctrines that are possible fall under one of the Baptist camps.
Yeah.
So if that's all someone knows about it, I
Mhm.
need to be more hesitant about describing myself that way.
Yeah, I don't know too much
I think
about
of
the
myself as
BMA
Reformed.
Baptists.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
Google.
Yeah,
The
pretty
most
much
accurate place to
the
learn
most
about
reliable
Christians.
source for yeah.
Okay, Minecraft is launching. Let's see. Will this automatically connect, or do
Oh,
I need to
okay.
fix it?
Baptist Ministry Association. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's one of the bigger ones. I forget what theologically
There we go.
they stand out for. And again, no one but me probably cares or knows about any of the theological terms, but
Yeah.
let's see.
I know some of them. Not many.
Oh yeah, no, you guys do. I don't know that anyone watching would.
Yeah, that's always kind of the question. All right, Hypix.
Mhm.
I'll probably just. He said, "Yeah, we split from the Southern Baptist years ago." Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to remake Survival of the Numbskulls and save the one that we used that's like actually built up, or do you want me to just wipe that server and make it new?
Which one? The one where we have like the nice houses and stuff?
Yeah, that's on mine.
I thought we already restarted.
No, that was
Ben's at the end
on
of the last.
No, that was on Ben's Survival of the Numbskulls.
Because remember, I decided.
I mean, we already basically reset that one. We ended that last game with blowing everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we may as
once Ben's on, then he'll reset that.
Hang on, I'm reloading.
Okay,
My game
and
is
while we
slow.
wait on that, I'll go wander around the nice server. So it looks like when people are scrolling through YouTube and looking at what's going on, it'll actually look like something's happening.
Activity.
Oh, I gotta put on faithful. And what was the Among Us add-on? I forgot what that was.
What?
What do you mean Among Us add-on?
Don't worry about it. I have a texture pack that says Among Us add-on, and I don't know what it means. I can't remember. Oh, I forgot where I spawned in. I spawned in the basement area.
Once we're all loaded into a survival world, we can dive into like a theology topic that we can focus the discussion on a little more.
Yeah.
What is deleting that server and then starting a new one. SMP. Wait, nope. I accidentally just joined Jacob's. Hang on, I'm stupid.
Yeah, we know.
Hang on.
What is my
totally
Zoom button?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to leave the SMP without disconnecting from the server.
Gotcha.
Quick
Why
start.
is my Zoom button Z? Okay, there we go.
Also, I don't remember how to invite you guys to this, so.
There we go. That's my house. I'll just go in creative and fly around. This is my gear. I have good gear at this point. So yeah, Andrew said so the guy in chat said he's a BMA Baptist very specifically. When they split from the Southern Baptist years ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But yeah, this is my house. We had lots of pillager
I'm not familiar with the BMA Baptists. Like, what sets them apart?
That's what we were trying to figure out. I think Ben was looking it up, but
I glanced at it. The quick and dirty statement of faith looked pretty normal. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure they've got distinctive stuff. And I think they're one of the bigger Baptist subgroups. I just don't remember anything specific about them. I mean, obviously from the name, they have some bigger emphasis on missions than a lot of others, but I don't know theologically where that
doesn't necessarily set them far apart from other Baptists, though. The Baptists in general have a pretty big focus on missions.
They do, but Baptist is such a large family of denominations, it really doesn't tell you all that much, except that they're low church, congregationally run, and probably don't have much in the way of a tight well, I don't want to say that even. There's no over-church structure, though. Each church is autonomous, and they believe in believers' baptism. That would probably be the biggest things.
I'm sending you all the commands, Ben.
Yep, thank you. I saw that.
Is this how I spell? This might be how I spell Joe's name. F-list. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 2 Y's.
And currently the world is not rendering for me, so we'll see if it does for you.
View. Left click.
It's hard to tell when there's something wrong with the actual Minecraft thing or when there's something wrong with my computer.
Are you stuck in
Let's
like
find out
loading
until we
terrain,
move
or are
back.
you like, or is it just like empty
I'm in the
clumps,
sky. Oh,
chunks?
it just loaded in.
Oh,
We're good.
yep, I'm in a birch
Oh, we're
forest.
right by a jungle.
Oh,
You
nice.
guys know who too. Great.
And Joe's here.
Oh, this is-
Minecraft survival Bible
BibleCraft.
boys.
BibleCraft with
Yeah.
the boys.
Things.
All right, time to find a snowy mountain.
Nolan,
we'll never.
don't.
Everyone, look at Nolan. This is the last time we'll see him in this world.
I have a bad
time.
enough. As far as chat's aware, I have a really terrible habit in survival Minecraft of always building my house specifically in a snowy mountain biome.
But like
No
at
matter
least
how-
3,000 blocks away.
Yeah, no matter how far away it is from everybody else, so it gets really frustrating for all my friends trying to play with me, because
Yeah.
I'm frequently I'm just not there. Like
Yep.
I'm there,
Halfway
but not
across
there.
the world. And also,
Mhm.
he never clears out deep snow around his houses. So if any of us do make the epic journey to try to visit him,
We usually die.
we get there and then we die in a bank of snow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty committed to not doing that this time.
Yeah, we'll see.
So for
No,
any
I just found a big bamboo jungle.
nice. Actually, that's good because I like having bamboo
I
as
mean,
a
to
farm.
be fair, I just have a bad habit of being lazy and just digging out a hole in a hill. Like
That's
a hobbit.
usually what I do, except last time.
You
some
like
reason-
Ben built a
Last time.
super nice castle last time.
Yeah, I go in these spurts with Minecraft where like once a year I'll get inspired and I'll actually try hard on a world. And that's what that one was.
Actually, I'm going to turn off
Speaking
my
of
faithful
inspired,
pack. I'm just going to
What do you
default.
guys think of the Word of God?
Divinely
inspired-
inspired.
Inerrant in its original manuscripts.
That's the part
is there
that I
a
feel like
difference
people always forget.
Is
Yeah.
there a difference between inerrant and infallible?
Yes.
There is, but I forget what the technical difference is. I think inerrant means it's correct in absolutely every detail, and infallible means
It's
that,
not wrong, I think, is technically the...
So it could be less than 100% correct on something, I think, if you just say infallible. I might have them
lean in-
backwards. I don't remember.
No, I think you're correct. I lean infallible, which means totally authoritative, but like maybe there's some like minor details. Like details where it's like and Peter ran versus and Peter and John walked together. Like,
Yeah. Nothing major. The main story is the same. It might just be random from this translation to this translation.
I didn't know you were a heretic, Nolan.
My brother in Christ.
So if you're saying
love
that,
the Lord.
so here's a good question. If you're saying the word of the Lord is infallible and inerrant in every way, what translation are you referencing?
Oh, I'm talking about again, I would say the original manuscripts. It is
Yeah.
absolutely inerrant.
Yeah.
Translations are a whole separate thing.
Yep.
All translations are not created equal. Personally, I love the NASB. I know it's a bit stiff for some people, but I like it. That's what I'm used to. If I were to start over again, I would go with CSB, and if I were to recommend to most people, I would go with CSB, just because I think I have not seen evidence of anything that the CSB does, like, it's a legitimately bad translation. Overall, they usually do good. There is some theological presuppositions maybe that go into that, but every translation has that, no matter how hard the committee tries to be completely impartial.
Mhm.
So I like CSB a lot. That's what I would recommend to someone. Personally, I use NASB.
Mm.
Don't have an issue
I'm a
with...
little strange with my Bible
Most
translations because
Okay.
I didn't realize I was interrupting you, Ben. My computer.
No, you're
my
good.
bad.
I'd said pretty much all that needed to be said.
I grew up using a New King James Bible because that's what my dad really likes. My dad, I think, when my dad first came to our church, and I could be wrong, so if anybody from that old church ever hears this podcast, which I doubt, sorry in advance, but
I'm going to
I
send it to
think
your
when
dad
my
right
dad
when we're
started
done.
at our church, a lot of people at that church were still King James Version onlyists, which I think they've departed from mostly. But to appease them, my dad started using a New King James, and I also just think that's what he grew up on, and it's what he's familiar with. So hence, I take after my dad. I use a New King James Bible for my personal studies. As far as like, if I ever give somebody a Bible, like if I'm giving a youth group kid a Bible, I'll usually give them either an NIV or an ESV. I teach youth group from the NIV because I'm teaching middle schoolers.
That's interesting. I don't know many people who still use NIV very heavily. Like, it's still around. But
It's usually like on a church by church basis with the NIV,
Yeah.
is what I've seen.
Yeah,
not
and
bad,
I
it's
just
just-
I just use it for the reading level, honestly, because I mean
Yeah.
the differences, and the NIV is I think, a solid translation.
Yeah.
Like, it is by no means perfect, but it is solid, and I will stand behind the NIV most times. It's also it is thought for thought translation instead of a word for word translation, which for viewers who might not be aware of what that means, thought for thought translations make interpretive leaps, not like leaps, but like it'll do some of the interpretative work for you and how it writes the text.
Yeah.
So
it's just easier to read and understand without having to be like, okay, what does this mean?
Yeah. So for example, sorry, go ahead. Let me.
It's generally easier to read. It'll like, I don't know if it combines verses really, but it'll sometimes like combine long run-on sentences into one more compact sentence.
Yeah.
And that differs from like, so like the NIV or like the what's it called? The NIV or the
ESV?
Is it CSV? Yes, no, not ESV. ESV's word for word, which is the next one I'll get to.
CSB, Nolan, is probably what you're thinking of. CSB is
what I was thinking of.
Thought. And I would argue that CSB does they actually have a separate term for it they call dynamic equivalence, which they say is basically they're saying it's a slightly better version of the older thought for thought method.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty much the same in a lot of ways. And I think they do a good job with it because when you hear thought for thought versus word for word, at least my automatic thought is, well, I want the word for word. That sounds more accurate. But there are times when it comes
to... Explain what the word for word is for people.
Word for word means it tries hard to be if there is a word in the text in the original Hebrew or Greek, they will try to find a close English equivalent and put that right in there, and then do as minor of adjusting to the syntax and stuff as possible to keep it coherent in English. So that sounds great, except there are times that things like figures of speech or other stuff just doesn't translate to English well. So a thought for thought can actually, in those cases, be closer to the original meaning, because we as the readers will understand it more how the original readers would have, if that makes sense. But it's kind of an esoteric thing, and honestly, it's not usually as big a deal for normal people as people make it out to be. The vast majority of important issues in the translations are the same.
Yeah.
You get into weirder ones. I have a bit of a beef with the Message because some people use it as a translation, not a paraphrase. There are differences there. But, so yeah, I guess that's kind of a first thing on it. That's one I at least could talk about for way too long. So I'm going to shut up for a minute.
I was going to say, I might actually be an outlier with the Message there. Like, I don't use it for, like, studying or preaching. But growing up in the church, when you're constantly reading the Bible, sometimes you just need a different version to like keep your mind engaged. So I have a side-by-side NIV Message that sometimes I'll pull out when I just feel like I'm having a hard time focusing.
And that's I don't really have issue with that because you're using it as a study tool. I think there's big issue whenever you teach out of it though, because he's not even. I believe Eugene Peterson's his name, the guy who made it. He didn't intend for it to be a translation.
No, he wrote it as a commentary.
Yeah, it's more of a commentary, so it has to be used as a commentary. Some people use it like a translation, and it's not. It has a very different level of intent behind it, a very different level of scholarly checks and balances behind it. Most of the bigger translations, like CSB, will have big translation teams to make sure. And the bigger translations will have multi-denominational teams to make sure one group isn't, like, for example, I lean more Calvinistic. They will have people from both sides of that on there to make sure that the proper words are being translated, not over-translating things to support a Calvinistic reading. So that's the importance of having a diverse translation team and why most people wouldn't ever use a single person's translation for church stuff.
Yeah.
Like, J.N. Darby did a translation that I think has some merits to it and is not necessarily a bad translation, but because one guy made it, people are leery of using that because there's not checks and balances.
Yep.
Ooh, I found a swamp. I don't know if it's a new generation swamp or an old generation swamp, but...
I think it was old gen, because I found a witch's hut earlier, and that might be where you're at.
I found a cherrywood forest.
Ooh, I love the cherrywood.
Nice, where are you, Joe?
Very far.
Gotcha.
I've just been exploring.
Did you find the rune portal in the swamp, Jacob?
No, I didn't. I only found the witch's hut. Oh, that's a spider.
I just found a ruined portal out where I'm at, but I don't think it's in a swamp. It's near Cherrywood.
Someone say something about KJV.
Yeah, so there is a strange brand of Baptists that is KJV onlyists.
Well, yeah, that's independent fundamental, I believe, are usually the ones who fall into that. And the thought there. Sorry, Nolan, finish your thought before I start.
The thought there is that it's the oldest translation, and I could be wrong on this. I don't want to misrepresent the IFB by any means. I don't necessarily agree, but their take is that the oldest English translation that we have is the KJV, and since it's the oldest English translation, that means it is the most faithful to the original text, since with the years and generations and stuff like that, stuff can get lost.
Which is not... I don't know 100% if that's the view they take. That is a patently false fact. The Geneva Bible, there's one sitting on my desk that I'm looking at, is from 1560, which means it predates the 1611 KJV by math. 51 years.
Math.
So, I would also...
We know the Bible. We don't do math.
Yeah, no.
I found a village.
I bombed a math. No, I don't know that I bombed it, but I did.
That's good. I got an A in college math somehow.
On math today, so... Anyway,
math is totally awesome. Yeah, again, I don't want to misrepresent the IFB because there are some very faithful followers of God in it.
Oh, for sure.
And I also don't want to misrepresent their beliefs and viewpoints in the way that I describe it. Oh gosh, 5 skeletons just spawned on the island that I was on. I found some golden armor that I'm rocking right now.
Yeah.
I think, and I would generally say that KJV onlyism is not the way to go. I think a big part of it is because the IFB and a lot of Baptist denominations came up out of the Puritans.
Hey, watch your mouth when it comes to Puritans.
Ben's a Puritan.
I know you like the Puritans, Ben.
I have a deep-seated respect and admiration for the Puritans, but sorry, keep going.
No, I understand. And the Puritans, when they came to America, all they had was the KJV.
No, they had the Geneva Bible.
Okay, whatever, Ben. They had the Geneva Bible.
Ben is our local Puritan expert. I keep hearing about babies on me getting scared.
But regardless, a lot of IFB people would claim to have come from the Puritans, and a lot of the Puritans, I think, in general, would be KJV onlyists because it's what they're most familiar with, and likely the Puritans are how they got familiar with it. Is that fair to say?
Probably. Again, I'm not actually IFB, so I can't speak authoritatively on it. But thank you, Jarrett. Sorry, my roommate just walked by.
Jarrett.
Crap, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
No, KJV onlyism, I think it does come from a mistrust of modern translations, which is fair. And there have been a big factor in that, I think, is sometimes things have been put into the text over the years that weren't in the original. And so then groups will try...
John chapter 8.
Yeah, new translators will sometimes take that out of the Bible. And if people don't know any better and don't understand the history of, hey, we found older manuscripts that are closer to the time of Christ and therefore more accurate to the actual Bible, and they don't have these verses. That's the justification for taking a verse out of the Bible, but people don't know that, so then they'll be like, oh, they're taking stuff out of the Bible, and obviously that's a huge problem. So then there's this overreaction because of a lack of knowledge. And then, so I respect it. Usually the people who get worked up about that stuff are coming from a very good place of caring about the Bible. What they don't realize is the people and the translators who are taking those verses out also have a very high respect for the Bible, and they're only taking those verses out because they think they were added since then. So it's this big misunderstanding, and there's definitely some tradition in there. I mean, if you've been attached to this translation all your life, you're going to be a bit salty about trying to change it after 50 years. And objectively, the KJV is a much more beautiful sounding translation than most of them. Honestly, probably than any of the others. It flows better, it sounds more literarily excellent. It dramatically shaped the way the rest of the English language developed, so it has a certain beauty to it, but I think it's a dated translation. There are more accurate ones that have come out since then.
One of my youth group boys has been showing up to youth group for the last month with a King James Bible, and he does not read at a King James level.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because nobody really talks like that anymore. So he was having a ton of trouble, like even like reading the Bible, but it was his Bible, so like there's some ownership there. He was like insistent on using it. So we solved the problem. I made some comment to his mom, and she got him an NIV Bible.
Nice.
And he was just really excited. I think even just to have his own Bible.
Yep. And see, that's part of the biggest issue with the KJV thing is it's beautiful, it's not understandable for the majority of lay people. And that once you have made the Bible in a translation, or once people aren't able to understand the translation, they may as well not have it. You're confusing scripture behind fancy language, and suddenly we're back to where the Latin priests were the only ones who could read the Bible.
Yep.
And that's not good. The Bible needs to be able to be read by all believers as far as possible.
Yeah.
I saw some random Catholic dude arguing on the internet once that priests had to start taking the translations back from lay people.
Gosh.
Yeah, you'll see weird stuff on the internet. I just to throw it out there, I don't hate Catholics. I don't think the other podcast people do. They've got some stuff right. I do think they've got a lot wrong.
I hate everyone who disagrees with me, Ben. I don't know what you're saying.
Wow, thanks, Jacob. Very cool.
You're welcome.
Oh, darn, I just died. Now I have to find my house again.
Spoken like a true Christian podcaster.
I'm very much... Oh, wait. I found it.
What is Jarrett yelling about in the background?
I don't know. He's yelling something in fake French.
Speaking of which, speaking of French, speaking of French, say something to Jarrett so he knows we're on a podcast and can be heard by
I tried telling him, Jarrett, shut up! My goodness, you're louder than these guys, and they're in headphones.
I just don't want him to accidentally. I just don't want somebody to accidentally say a naughty word.
I know.
Jarrett.
I think he knows that.
And then have their fiance be upset when she finds out it's on the internet.
Jarrett.
Nolan Jacob Joe. Yep. And we're streaming.
So we can't even edit it down. I feel like that's almost more enticement for him to do something bad.
Anyway.
Anyways.
No, he's a smart guy. I like Jarrett. Yeah. We stand Jarrett.
I want to be Jarrett. That's it.
No.
I don't. He's bald now.
Is he actually?
Is he? No, he did not.
No.
He did not get his hair cut.
He shaved.
How bad? And by that I mean how far?
Down.
No.
All the way down.
Was it so that he could grow it back out again for his wedding, or is it because he was told that he could not have that hair for his wedding?
It was, he thought he was balding, and he decided he was going to be in charge of it instead of nature.
Which, I mean, I am of the opinion that once I start to bald, I'm going. Like,
that's where he was at, was he thought he was starting to bald. I'm not sure how bad it actually was, but yeah. So
well, you'll also just going clean cut for a little while will give him an opportunity to
assess what he wants to
judge,
look like.
assess like how much time he's got left for his hair and like what the timetable is there.
Fair
I
enough.
usually keep my hair pretty long, and I recently had an unfortunate miscommunication with my barber that led to my hair becoming short.
Yeah, I actually got a haircut today.
You told us about that.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you ask for a number 3 at a haircut, haircutters are not like fast food restaurants. And the hair cutter that I went to growing up was just weird like that. So I incorrectly assumed all barbers.
They're supposed to
like,
all
a
have
number
the
system
same numbers, but
I was gonna say that is supposed to be standardized, but
yeah, turns out it's not. And so I ended up getting
a
far
low
more
taper
of my hair
fade.
cut off than I wanted to, and I briefly looked bald.
Imagine if
Yeah.
Nolan got a low taper fade. Am I right, guys?
Such a dumb video. But like, have you seen that stream that guy did the Ninja Low Taper Fade video on?
No, I haven't. I've never
No,
actually looked into it.
He's a freestyler, and he was freestyling about how I think like his dad died.
And it
about,
just went
like, how
into
his girlfriend
Ninja?
left him. So he was freestyling about like really sad stuff, and he was like getting really in his head about it. So then he started doing Ninja Got a Low Taper Fade so that he could kind of like make some light out of it and regain control of his emotions.
Oh gosh.
So it's like a guy crying into a microphone about his dead father, and then suddenly, imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade.
weak.
It's so bad.
Imagine having emotions.
Not I am a man.
Says the man
Gosh. I've been coming across a lot of like the hyper Christian masculinity posts recently. That's a topic I think for a whole different episode. I don't think we'll be able to fully unpack any of that here. But
no, and I mean, so that was the original thing that made us start thinking about this, as we were talking about faulty views of biblical masculinity and femininity, like on both sides, toxic and false views on both ends.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys.
So that discussion was where this idea originally came from in the first place, but we decided to not just. Well, it wasn't even a decision to not jump into it. It was more like we were like, hey, we should figure out something to talk about. And then instead of figuring out something to talk about, we pretty much just started the stream and went for it.
Yep.
Yeah, but we did talk about doing the theological background, though.
Yeah.
We did. I'm sure
you
that
guys
will
should
be...
make your way over toward... By the way, you guys should make your way over toward me. There's a village pretty close to me, and there's also a lot of wood, mountains, and stuff like that around. This would be a very good spot for us to start like putting up a base and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm already putting up a base.
I was gonna say, it's a good thing I'm not already building a house.
Yeah, I'm building a house in the cherry grove, man. I don't know about you guys.
Ooh, I love the
How far away
cherry
is
grove.
that, because you're gonna be the new me with like being a million miles away from everything.
It is at, I think it's what, F3? Yeah.
I'm currently lost in an abandoned mine shaft.
Let me get to my house.
I think it's time to start mining out.
XYZ is 128-102-754.
So just to throw it out there, the
I'm
whole
almost 1,000 blocks away from you, Joe.
Go for it, Ben.
EO emotions thing is a joke. I'm the guy who wrote an unwise letter on Valentine's Day, and then
You're on stream.
He's not going to say anything more about it. Just the story
I
is
wrote
funny.
an unwise letter. I thankfully decided to sleep on it. Woke up in a completely different state of mind. Called myself an idiot in my head, and then today I went out and burnt the letter in the snow so that no one could ever find it. So clearly, Yep.
Ben has emotions? What?
They're deeply buried, and I usually beat them into submission, but they did make their way out that time. Improved why I normally must beat them into submission.
There's something about, like, I think a lot of times people misapply the passage of, like, take captive every thought and make that into a suppress your emotions verse.
Yeah.
Which, really, it's about bringing yourself under submission to God's rules.
Being in control of yourself according to God's standards, not just not feeling.
Yeah. Your emotions should definitely be under control. They should not control you, but they are given by God. They're there for a purpose. They're there for a good purpose. And yeah. I realized after I'd said that, that's something that may not actually come across as a joke.
Yeah.
Especially with my overly dry delivery of all my jokes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But
sense of humor is a good thing.
Yeah. But speaking of other topics that we will talk about, if anyone's in chat and has any things that you think would be interesting to hear us discuss with our wide range of backgrounds and political beliefs all bundled up in a little Jesus package.
I would say political beliefs are less important to us than theological beliefs are.
Yeah.
However, there are times that they overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're definitely willing to talk about points where they overlap. Like, by all means, if you guys want to hear us talk about things like that, because it is important to be well-informed in today's economy about politics.
Because it's too much a part of our society. No, I'm not learning anything. Yeah, it's too much a part of our society for Christians to just hide from it. Because there is an argument you can make, because it is important to, not let culture overcome you. But also, if you want to have a biblical effect on culture, you have to understand it and, to an extent, be a part of it. Not to a point of throwing out your Christian beliefs. And there's definitely a limit to what is okay to put in as culture. But for things like politics and what's going on in the world, you have to have at least like a general understanding. At least in my opinion, to properly minister to people who are also experiencing and hearing those same things.
Say, I have a more isolationist view, sometimes, for lack of a better word, than these two guys, but
I would lean more towards with Bowder's description of it. For the most part, even though we wouldn't, America would not be described as a theocracy by any means. We do need to be making well-informed decisions with voting and the power that we do hold as voters to elect officials that we believe align themselves the best with our own personal faith and our walk.
I heard someone say that culture shouldn't be a part of us, but we have to understand what's going on in culture.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that way we know what to minister.
Also of import is that a relationship with Jesus and the gospel cannot be forced or coerced onto anybody.
Yep.
And that is, I think, a big distinction because a lot of Christians see politics as their way of spreading Christianity.
Yeah.
And while I think there is a little bit of merit to that, and how you can like make public policy decisions should be made with Christ in mind. And there is something to be said about all the nations are subject to Christ ultimately, but you cannot do that by force, and only Christ can bring the nations into submission. We cannot do that.
Yep.
That's fairly said.
Sorry to cut off a deep train of thought, but where's the area that we're gonna settle? Are we gonna settle by Nolan, or are we gonna settle by the Cherry Grove?
We need to figure that out.
I'm building my house, and I will probably just wander after this.
Yeah, we should keep our houses pretty close, though.
What are everyone type your chords in chat right now. I just came out of the cave, so I have nowhere right now. I'm just trying to figure out where a central location to build would be.
I'm not at my space. I started moving back toward you guys.
Okay,
I'm willing to let my space.
I'm in the bamboo jungle right now. So Ben's
Yeah,
there.
You're probably close to me then.
Yeah.
Look to the sky.
Are you sky basing?
I don't want to settle in a bamboo jungle. I think that's where I'm at right now.
Joe, where are you at?
I'm at the Cherry Grove.
Could you type your chords in chat?
Yep, that's the XYZ in order.
I only got Ben's.
I didn't put it in the actual chat.
Oh, you put it in. Okay. Let me open up Discord.
I got you. I'll put it in chat and in game.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably just settle around 0-0 then.
Yeah, I don't want to put too much emphasis on the coordinates. I want to actually settle in a spot that looks good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's like this. I don't know. As much as I love getting to explore tons of different worlds, if we're all far away from each other, it's gonna just feel like we're all playing different survival worlds.
That's a good point. I will finish my base, and then I will come raid you for land and food, and settle nearby.
Yeah, I am deliberately not settling anywhere until we can all come to a decision there.
I was gonna say I'll probably just start heading in general towards Joe, and settle somewhere between Joe and 0-0.
Where is? Do you any of you guys know the hotkey for the HUD?
Is it F3? Wait, HUD? Oh, to like hide the HUD or what?
To pull it back up.
F3.
Oh, well, I don't know anything then.
F3 is not bringing it back up.
Wait, which HUD? Oh, you mean like you went into like so there's nothing. F1. Sorry, I figured it out. You went into cinematic mode.
Yep.
Where are you guys?
I see you in the sky, Ben.
Yeah, but I guess maybe we should move to a more central area.
Yeah, I also don't want. Also, my whole caveat is I don't want to settle somewhere ugly.
Also, I realize
I mean, it is definitely beautiful where I'm at.
I was gonna say I love the cherry blossoms.
There's a cherry grove. There's like plenty of rolling hills. Like we could all kind of settle. There's like a like a little gorge. Like
nice.
It's nice. Pop your way over and like check it out, and then we can always decide to move. Like I set up a very basic base kind of a thing just for like chilling while we decide where to actually settle. Since we were all kind of exploring.
All right. I feel like I had a question for one of you, but I can't remember what it was. That came up when we were talking about Bible.
We were talking about politics and culture.
Yeah, I feel like there was, but I feel like it went back to the Bible translations conversation, but I can't remember what it was now. That's all right. I'm sure it'll come back to me right as I end the stream.
Was it personal ones? Because I think you said you like ESV or NIV.
I usually lie around ESV. I just think it's a very easy general translation without sacrificing too much of...
Yep. No, ESV is very good. That's most people who I know standard. I just think it's basic. I really prefer NASB over it. I think it does a couple things better.
The one that I
Uh,
use for
my
most
study
of my
translation.
personal study, I usually use the Net Bible
Interesting.
because I like that it has all the translation notes in the margins.
Interesting.
Is that like an amplified Bible or?
No, it's something different. It's I think it's
Is that the one that Pastor Matt used to teach out of? Or
no, he used
NLT.
the Crossroads Bible is the NLT Bible. The Net Bible is the one that I got for the EM award.
Oh, yep. Nice.
Oh, I forgot to
I'm
give you
still-
awards in school.
I'm still hoping I win at least the ARC. I should get at least the ARC one.
I was gonna say, do you have anyone else in your ARC department?
I don't think so, unless John Jones actually joins it again. But I think he was just talking about it. And
He does talk.
That sounded like his laugh, actually.
yeah,
Um,
Well, thanks for the
been around
flashback.
him a lot. He's him and his cousin are in the dorm right next to ours, and they kind of treat this as a second home sometimes.
yeah,
So,
which is fair enough. They're nice guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was fun to watch who got awards and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch who got all the awards.
Nolan, you didn't get anything, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't expect to though.
Well, no one
I
expects
was a
you.
lot more of a free spirit in college than I was a student.
Yeah.
I got the award for best kitchen worker,
Yeah.
or at
Best
least the
Bible
most fun
college
to work
kitchen
with.
worker is crazy.
You were a fun
Okay.
kitchen person to work with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm making my way in Joe's direction at this point.
I am too. I'm vaguely running that
I'm
way.
wandering Joe's way. I'm sure we'll all run into each other eventually.
Yeah, I'm waiting to just see a name tag in the forest around me.
Yeah.
Oh, you
waiting
won't
to
see it in a
death
forest. I'm underground. I'm mining.
Oh.
message. Ooh, I found a savannah. Joe, are you near a savannah?
I don't know because I didn't really explore much. I've kind of been working on a house.
I do like the savanna biome. Oh, that skeleton literally just spawned in front of me. Oh, I
is it
see
nighttime?
cherries. Yeah.
You're probably near me then.
Yeah.
My house is in the side of a hill. Just so
Okay.
you
I
know.
like that song, Cherries.
Tastes like cherries.
Oh, I was gonna say, Nolan, I don't think anyone else gets your reference, but
No, I didn't.
There's
No,
a Harry Styles reference.
I was.
you made a Harry Styles reference.
And I made a
on
different Harry Styles
podcast.
reference. I changed the. Is that actually a Harry Styles song?
Jerry?
Yeah.
That's when it's like, don't you call me baby.
I'm
We're not
disgusted.
talking lately. You're referencing
Yeah, I was
Deeply
referencing
disturbed.
Watermelon Sugar,
watermelon sugar. Watermelon sugar. Yeah.
which is objectively a bad song. But oh, I'm
It
lagging.
is. For legal
but-
reasons, we will not say what the song is about.
Yes. For
Wait,
biblical
I actually,
reasons.
Ben, I found a donkey.
I'm right here. Wait.
I know what that
Oh
means.
no! No! I know what you're referencing now.
When I started the donkey religion in our last server,
Yeah. Oh, I found Joe's house.
and the computer majors threatened to kick me out for it.
You want to come look?
I will come look. Joe.
I think I'm more lost. Joe, what was
Knock,
your
knock.
X code?
It's hi. It's in chat. My
My
Yeah, Nolan,
head.
hit Q and you'll find it.
I'm running
Here,
from
I'll-
zombies right now, so I can't look.
I got you.
Very cute house, Joe.
Yeah, and I've got a little mine going down here.
Nice.
That's just what I've got going now. Normally I just do a very small, simple, in the kind of hole, like pretty looking house, and then I just like
Yeah.
don't care about the rest. I just live here. I sleep here. I store my stuff here. There is also like what are you? Oh, a creeper.
That was me.
Nope. Oh man, there was one outside my house, so do not come to my house.
Oh
or I'll beat you
man.
up.
Got a pickaxe swinging from.
I made
side
Janessa
to
listen to that
side.
song the other day. Janessa
She
had
made a TikTok. She made a TikTok about
Yeah, she made a TikTok about it. We were heading home
That
from the
was
Super
funny.
Bowl party, and she made a TikTok, and it's just me screaming it.
It was beautiful. Did you see my comment on it?
Yeah,
Really
she had to
good.
take it off.
Wow.
She
that's rude.
deletes a lot of our comments off
Yeah.
of her TikToks.
It's like Emmaus with all the comments about Zach.
I can't believe the Emmaus administration had to delete comments from their posts about that.
Just
What
so
happened?
funny. Oh, Joe, did you
I
find the
think-
ruined portal over here?
I never heard
Yeah.
about any of that.
Oh, nice.
Zach also might have gotten in trouble for it too.
Did he
I'm
actually?
I thought
Um,
he did, but I could be wrong.
Nolan, your former roommate or the other one?
Well, that Zach got
trying-
into trouble for other things.
I'm trying to
Like, how
avoid.
do you already have like full iron armor, you loser?
Because I always go mining as the first thing I do.
Okay, I still don't know where we're going. What was your
Joe?
Discord, Joe?
Joe, it's because he's too worried that the rest of us will rise up and actually kill him for once, so he has to make sure he's...
Yeah, I'm always worried that I'm just going to see Nolan crest a hill with his sword out.
I mean,
I
no
always
one's pretty
travel.
trash at
Well, I always
PvP,
travel
so-
with my. I always travel with my sword out just in case.
I've been known to just randomly decide that things have been going too well and I need to start killing people in Minecraft, so...
Especially the last time you had mod powers.
Okay, I've never had mod powers before. I didn't even know what you
Ben's the mod on this server. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be normal with
Last
it this
time Ben was the moderator on one of these, he's just started teleporting us into the sky.
I also didn't plan on taking that server seriously.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
I kind of was taking it seriously, and then Ben teleported me into the void.
Yeah, sorry, Nolan. I didn't
I
realize.
was like, what the freak, dude?
I think I accidentally put
So
a minus
funny.
instead of a positive. So instead of sending you 1,000 blocks up, it sent you 1,000 blocks down. That was something.
Yeah,
Hey, I
that's
see a
for
cherry tree. I'm getting close.
Do you have full bread on, Ben?
Nope.
Okay, so you
Do I
should be
look
able to
like I
see.
have this?
So you'll probably see. I'm torching up my hill.
Oh, nice. Oh, yep, I see the torches. Nice. I also see an Enderman.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's see. I should have enough to finish off my iron armor. Get myself some iron
No one
tools.
on your hill. Ow.
I still need the iron boots.
Up, and my axe broke. That's great.
Good timing.
Perfect.
Your what broke? I'm sorry.
This wasn't even a good joke. You animal.
It really wasn't.
It's kind of stupid, to be honest.
Come on, Nolan, idiot.
Listen, man.
Okay.
Let's all hate
Am I
Nolan.
being stupid here, guys?
How so?
What'd you do this time?
I don't remember how to plant cocoa beans.
I
I-
think you
You
can
go
only
on
put
the
them
side
on.
of jungle wood.
Yeah, I think it's only jungle that you can do it on.
Really? So I have to go all the way back to the jungle?
Did any of us
Don't worry,
grab
Let's
jungle?
spawn.
Joe, I just respawned right next to the jungle. I'll grab you some jungle wood before I come back.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I
Grab
didn't
me,
realize
like-
Ben had died. That's unfortunate.
I mean, like, I don't know, like 8?
Yeah.
What is-
I'm just gonna start some inside my house.
what's going on
Sounds
with my bed right
I don't know.
My house looks very girly, I can't lie.
Here, Joe,
You're
come over.
really
Come
hot.
over by my bed real quick. I want
I
to
don't
see if
have a bed
this.
yet.
No, just come to my bed real quick. I want to see if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Hey Ben, can you op me real quick? I'm gonna turn it to nighttime. I need to do a test real quick.
I don't know what you just said. Sorry.
He
Do-
asked you to op him, bro. He wants ops.
I don't know
Do-
what an op
do this
is. I speak
command.
English, not
Do this
What?
command, Ben.
O P.
If you take out the period, it actually runs like a command.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen, he is in college.
Crap! I actually did it wrong. I was mostly being
For
a joke.
theology, not for computers.
Why? Oh.
All right, look at me, Ben. Or no, or Joe. Am I on my bed?
None of those names.
Joe, look. Am I on my bed?
Yep.
Like normal?
Like your sword and your shield are sticking up, but yeah, I mean, you're normal.
Okay. To me, it has me like laying off on a weird diagonal. You're welcome
Ooh,
for the
big
iron.
tavern.
Thank you, Dad. That's all I need to steal, just so I have some armor.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Hello? What do you got
Ooh,
cooking here,
very dangerous
bamboo?
place that I'm in.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow some bamboo.
I mean, Ben, you know you can just teleport straight to us if you want.
Yeah, I was debating whether or not to. I think I'm not going to because I was like, yeah, I shouldn't abuse mod powers for my own gain. And then
I mean,
Especially on
it's
the
a
first day of the server.
teleport. Just
and then
do
I
it.
closed my chat to stop looking and trying to figure out how to remove Jacob's OP. and I looked to my left, and there was a creeper there.
Nice.
And I didn't even try to run because it was too late.
Oh, man.
So we'll see if I can ever
Man.
actually get back to you guys and my stuff at this point.
Just teleport to us.
No, I'm a man. I will walk like a man.
I'm a Muppet.
You are a man.
Be a man.
Good Mulan song, by the
Am
way.
I a man?
Objectively,
Or
best
Or I
song.
am a Muppet. Am I a Muppet? Oh, I think I found Ben's
Okay.
stuff.
Something very Muppet
Ooh.
man.
Did you? I'm gonna take it.
Would you say if you're a man, that
Honestly,
makes
I'm
you a
gonna take
Muppet of
it,
a man?
So
I don't think that
Yeah.
stuff is worth taking, Joe.
No, there really
pretty
wasn't
stupid.
anything here. I was gonna put it in a chest for you, but yeah, there really wasn't. It was like some. Although I will plant these jungle saplings down here in the valley.
I was gonna say it's wood and meat, and the meat is the only helpful thing in there, except maybe some wool. I think I did get wool.
There were some melons.
Oh yeah, melons might be nice to have.
I'm trying to
I
find
don't know.
some more
Me too.
water so I can plant my
Words
sugar
of the-
cane.
Oh, no, you have
Great
jungle
patriarch of
logs.
Minecraft,
That's exactly what I
PewDiePie.
need.
Melon.
I don't need that or that.
Thank you, Nolan, for
Speaking of which, what's
keeping
PewDiePie up to these days?
He's
the
in
game.
Japan. He's got a son,
Oh,
I think.
Right, I forgot I
Bjorn.
forgot that man is a child.
Hello, Enderman. Can I kill you before
It
you
is crazy
teleport
to
away?
think that it's crazy to think that influencers that we watched growing up are doing other things now. Did you guys ever watch any Game Theory or anything like
Yeah,
that?
he retired, Matt Pat.
He hasn't retired yet. But yeah, in not officially even retirement necessarily. But
Just
he's going to
passing
be
off
taking
the
more of a
reins.
backseat role in
Yeah.
videos and stuff now, more writing and stuff. And I'm just like, dang, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I never got into game theory.
I kind of had the feeling that he had started taking more of a backseat to writing in recent years anyway.
Yeah, I feel that. I kind of had seen the same thing happening, but
Yeah. And I mean, when you reach a
Mhm.
certain point, he's probably
he's got a kid.
he's got other
he wants to
priorities.
sit and watch his kid grow up.
Yeah, he doesn't want to sit there and theorize about every new FNAF game.
Well, it's also interesting because some of these kids are going to grow up watching their dad's internet content from when they were
That's
20
weird
years
to me.
old.
Yeah, that was something I
Like-
was thinking about recently. It was in a different context, but imagine being, Bjorn, PewDiePie's son, growing up with your dad as PewDiePie. That's got to be a whole different level of having a parent as a celebrity than even a movie star parent. Because at least a movie star, they're playing a character in those roles. But when it's YouTube, it's that you have a whole backlog
People
of
just
your
watched
family.
your dad be your dad,
Yeah,
and they loved him for it.
yeah.
Millions of people watch your dad at the bridge.
That's exactly what I was thinking
Yeah, that's
about.
another
Decided
thing.
not to reference. But yeah, stuff like that when you've been on the internet for that long, it's inevitable that you're gonna have done something wrong.
And I think recently, what's her name? An adult entertainment actress.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Lana Rhoades had a kid, and the internet was merciless, just mocking her because she's obviously a sex worker,
Yeah,
and all of that content. By the loosest definition of the word content, she produces pornography.
Yeah.
And all of that is on the
Thank
internet
you, Nolan. I
probably
hadn't
forever.
realized what you were talking about.
and,
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be very delicate with how I word things
Yeah.
because we're on stream.
No, yeah, I
Um,
get it.
Yeah, and
I'm just being a butt.
stuff
as
like that.
usual.
Because imagine having that as your parent, and then going to
And
school.
then that kid's high
Getting
school
bullied.
bullies are gonna find her videos. And,
Oh yeah,
which is horrible to think
yeah.
about.
I can't even imagine.
That just makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Horrible.
yeah, and you've got to wonder what that's gonna is that gonna change her career path as well?
It
It
has
should,
to,
but it
right?
probably won't.
Well,
I don't
her
know,
career
it's
path
good.
is kind of set in stone, and to an extent, a lot of those women are forced into roles that super objectifying, predatory contract, everything, and they're sold the whole 9 yards, being pampered and oh, this is gonna make you a star. And
Yeah.
At the same time, they have still made, well, okay, not all of them. Let me put in caveat here. A lot of them, maybe not this. The majority of them, I think, did have a choice, though.
Yep.
Where they took this first step, and they are continuing the step. There are ways out of it. You can get out of a contract. I mean, you can say
Hi,
no
Mark.
to.
Mark's
Now,
in
I'm
the
not
chat.
saying it's easy. I don't want to say it's easy, suggest it's easy, or suggest there's
Yeah.
never forceful coercion, because I know that stuff happens. It's a horrible industry with a lot of horrible people involved.
Yeah.
But that's part of why I want to be hard on it, though, is because it is a bad thing, and we do need to take it seriously and recognize there are a lot of, like her, now those choices that may not have seemed to affect anyone but her are going to affect her kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that sucks for them, but it's
You made your
also
bed,
on-
now you have to lay in it. Like, that's
Yeah.
what you did. That's your choice. That's your fault.
And that's hard, because there should be a, like, to, I guess, stay on the, remember the Christian thing, there's a chance she could find redemption in the Lord, but you can't always fix that stuff immediately or easily.
You can have eternal forgiveness without negating earthly consequences.
Yeah.
Best example I can think of there is Josh McBroom. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. He was a male porn star who
He's the guy from
became a believer and now is a pastor.
It was like one of those like
the
porn scenes that
bathtub
was
meme.
so famous it got turned into a meme. It's not a beach, it's a bathtub. That meme is based on.
Yeah, he's a pastor.
Anyway, he's a pastor now. Totally like found Christ, got like saved from everything, and he uses his platform to talk about like the sin of specifically of porn.
Yeah.
And which
and all
will that
the
word get
dangers.
us demonetized?
Possibly, but I don't really care. I'm not monetized anyways. I don't have enough.
I was gonna say, are you making money in the first place?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I just don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with YouTube. Their rules are notoriously
strange.
Unreliable.
Yeah. I don't know if Mark heard me say hello, but hi, Mark. I don't know if you're actually still here or not. He said my boys.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Gosh, I said that's my senior pastor's name is Mark, so I said that to him the other day, and then he responded by sending me a GIF from the movie.
That's awesome.
That's funny. You know,
my senior pastor's a dog. I really like him.
There's
remember when
if you ever watch this, Mark, I'm calling you a dog as a compliment.
Yes, that's a good thing. Oh, I just went and found the picture you sent. That's hype. That's a good decoration. I've been listening to a lot of Camp recently.
I like Camp.
Camp is a good band.
Mm-hmm.
I also was very, very proud the other day, not the other day, a while ago, when Nolan recognized a song that I was listening to by Mount Joy.
Which song was it again?
Julia.
Julia's such a good song, dude. I mean,
they're just.
Have you heard the acoustic version?
Yes, of course I have. Who hasn't? That's not fair. It's
I have returned. I live.
Have you listened to Joe? Did you ever listen to Richie Mitch and the Coal Miners? I know I recommended it to you.
No, I'm kidding, but here I have some beef for you.
Hang on, I shall arm myself.
I don't. Excuse me. I don't know if I ever went and listened to them, but I feel like I at least looked them up and put them on my like listen list. I have a very long list of like
thank you,
musicians and artists that I need to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
based off recommendations because I
Ben,
love
look,
music so much.
You can still build a treehouse.
I started doing a monthly like I know it's like basic white girly, but I started doing a monthly like what I'm listening to playlist. So every month my liked songs I add to a specific like playlist for that month, and it's just like on the turntable insert current month.
And then like do you update that every month? Like like what was on this like month?
Ben? Remember, we have to be nice to our friends.
Taylor Swift.
Fine.
What's Ben making fun of me about?
Nolan, I respect your particular method of speech.
He was like making fun of you, saying like.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So so last semester in theology seminar, this was not started by me, but someone pointed out during one of our conversations that we had said like about 1 million times, and then guessed like how many times we were going to say it the rest of the class. So I started taking notes, and then I had to stop because I felt bad because one of the girls in class noticed me taking notes while she was talking and got so psyched out that she like stopped talking, and then I felt like a butthole. So
that's so funny, like horrible but funny.
I hate when I'm accidentally mean because I'm mean often enough on purpose, and I know it's a problem. But when I'm accidentally mean,
I really see you as like mean that often, Ben.
I did just make fun of you saying like though. So.
I can take that. That's funny. Oh, I found the cherry grove, by the way.
Oh, good.
You're a bully, Ben. No one likes you.
Jesus likes
I think
me.
I was objectively meaner to people at Emmaus than you were.
Oh, beautiful timing on the soundboard.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Anyway.
I found one of those. I found a cobweb village.
A what?
How do you make a jack-o'-lantern?
A cobweb village, like an abandoned village with all the cobwebs in it, and
you
it's
don't.
deserted.
Oh, I didn't know
Or
that
you
was a
have skill.
thing.
Yeah, it's like I think some of the times the villagers will spawn as zombies.
Oh.
Huh.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, this is awesome. Check this place out.
Where are you?
I noticed it from a distance. I haven't gone to look at it
Yeah,
yet.
they all those villagers spawned as zombie villagers.
Huh. I didn't know that was in the game.
That's actually
Oh.
sick.
Yeah, sorry guys. I just did a quick start world, so it's not set to where one person can sleep.
No, you're good. I'm going through the settings right now.
Oh, okay.
Game rules. Player sleeping percentage. I was gonna say these are like some of the settings that I like don't really care if we adjust because it's like such a small.
But yeah.
It's
That's
just a quality of life.
My chords are 400, 800.
So you're about 200 blocks that way. Okay. Ben, I might have another jungle sapling over here if you need to get some more jungle wood.
I think I'm good.
I still have some in my chest if you need to go inside my chest and get it. I have all I need on my coffee wall.
Wonderful.
Here,
So any jungle wood that's in my chest is yours. In fact, anything out of there is yours. Like, I don't really care. A few things out of there probably is yours anyway.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to get my farm going.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's any other last few topics to talk about tonight. We got about a half hour left.
Yeah, it's like enough
Actually,
time for like
let's put ourselves on the spot for our viewers. Do we have viewers still?
We have one viewer currently. Oh no, it says we have 2 viewers. If you're in chat, say hello.
Hello,
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah, it's probably
I'm
just.
in chat. I'm in chat.
Wait, you're in chat.
I always have it open so I can read chat.
You're in chat and I'm in chat, so we're the 2 viewers.
All right.
Wow, this has got a lot.
Let's keep ourselves accountable.
Yeah.
What did you guys read in your Bibles this morning?
I read Isaiah. No, wait, sorry. I read the first 5 chapters of Jeremiah. I finished Isaiah yesterday.
Nice.
I've
been in 2nd John as of late. It's a long thing for me.
As of late, how long does it take you to read 2nd John?
I'm going through all 3 of the John epistles like at length and like super deep this month.
Oh, okay, nice.
I chart my Bible reading out month by month and chat with my senior pastor about it once a week.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I also just finished reading a book called According to Plan by Graham Goldsworthy, and that was a very good read for me.
What's it about?
It's a how to read the Bible structure book, which is kind of how I've developed more of a covenantal view over the last couple months.
Your Reformed pastor is feeding you Reformed sources.
No.
He's not feeding me. My pastor takes care of me.
No, I'm sure he does. Well, that's part of it, though. The pastor's supposed to feed his people, including the other under-shepherds, I would say.
Yeah.
If you love me,
just to
you
put
would
it out
feed my
there,
sheep.
I would identify as Reformed in most respects. So when I make jokes about Reformed, it's meant in good spirit.
Why'd you hate the Reformed, Ben?
Yeah. Also, I mentioned
2 volumes of Calvin's Institutes on my shelf. I hate the Reformed.
Also, I read a couple. I realized earlier I mentioned that I had started to take on a more of a what's it called? Covenantal lean and like just like how I look at theology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would also add my beliefs still also lean a little bit dispensational in that I'm covenantal except for Israel. I still think Israel has a place in like God's covenant.
Yeah.
And the nation of Israel still has promises that do apply to it as I read Revelation. Which is where I differ from a lot of covenantal theologians, because a lot of covenantal theologians believe in full-blown replacement theology, and I'm not much. I don't really buy into that.
I was gonna say I don't know where I lie on that yet. That's one that I always go back and forth on.
It's a pretty confusing issue too, honestly.
I feel like I typically end up landing more replacement, but not like a hard replacement, like because I have I don't know. I guess I always kind of view the church as not replacing, but absorbing a lot of the promises to the people who were supposed to be God's chosen people, but then rejected him. Kind of going back to, like, obviously there's still a place for them because, Paul says, I can't remember the exact verse, but something along the lines of, take the word to the Jew and then to the Gentile. So not just like ignore the Jew. So not just ignore the previous promises. But if they aren't accepting of his gift, then you find someone who will.
So the only issue with go ahead.
So that's kind of the debate that I always have in my head, and I haven't come to a firm decision on it either way. But that's why I always tend to land more on the replacement side of things.
Sorry, I'm really bad about interrupting. I am trying to get better about it.
No, you're good.
So the only issue with that is that so many of the promises are land-based promises, and the church doesn't fulfill the land promises unless you've got to either argue then, if you go full-blown replacement, I'm not saying this is where you land, I'm just hypothetically full-blown replacement theology, you either have to say that the church inherits the land promises, which gets weird and starts to get you into crusade territory, or
it's time for a crusade, boys.
Which, hot take, I think the first crusade was justified. Anyway, or you get into saying that all of the land promises were spiritualized, or that God abandoned them. So then you're either saying that God did not keep his word perfectly because man didn't hold up his end of the bargain, and that puts our salvation somewhat at jeopardy, because if he let go of one promise that he said was everlasting, why would he not let go of a different promise he said was everlasting?
In the words of Walter White Jr., so you're saying you lied. So you're saying you're a liar.
You just quote Breaking Bad?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Yes,
Nolan.
He did.
Thank you, Nolan, for keeping me humble.
What is that supposed to mean?
What the freak do you mean, bro?
I get too pretentious. You bring me back down to earth.
I think I just took a really roundabout way of calling me stupid.
I think so.
I did not stupid. I don't know what, but not stupid.
Bro is interesting.
Wow, pretty.
It'll get there.
I wish you could do Fortnite emotes in Minecraft.
Hey, I punched you with a fist.
I need to find a bunch of sand because I want to build this as a big glass wall. Jarrett said in the chat, bro, it's so weird to hear Ben, but be 10 seconds behind.
Chicken, but it'll do, right?
Exactly.
Oh, Jarrett's in chat now?
Hi, Ben.
Tell me you got that. Tell me you got that reference.
I see you. Yeah.
No, I definitely got it, Joe. Don't worry.
I see you, Ben.
I'm smelting up some iron, and then I'm going to come to you guys.
Anyways, Jarrett, are there any topics you want to talk about, particularly this evening on the live stream while we have 15 minutes to go? Let's get into a deep conversation and forget to end the stream.
I was going to say, I got to finish my house before we end this.
Huh?
You've got a good announcer voice.
Oh, I see the house. I see the house.
I mean, I do cast Call of Duty, so I mean...
Actually, which I'm always interested in, like, watching at some point. So let me know next time that's happening, because I'm interested in how that goes.
I'll do that. There are some VODs I could definitely go and find and pull up. There was one that I did recently where I did a solo cast. Some guy streamed it for me, because it's basically like, it's an amateur Call of Duty league. So it's mostly like, we have a main stream for like playoffs and stuff, but mostly it's run off of the Twitch streams of like other people from the chat and the server and stuff. And there was one where a guy was like, I can't really, like, he's not comfortable like casting because he's not good at it. And he was also under the influence of substance at that point.
Nice.
In the evening, so he was just like switching back and forth between player like point of views for me, like watching the minimap, watching where like chows and like fights were going to be happening and stuff. And I was just solo casting. I'll see if I can find that one. That one I feel like went really well because I was just pretty much left to my own devices to try to entertain people.
Oh, that's a good one, Jarrett. Maybe not for tonight, because I don't know if we have enough time for that.
What did he just drop like it was hot?
He said, is Lazarus and the rich man a parable or historical narrative?
Oh, interesting.
That is an interesting one, actually.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a feisty one.
I lean parable. I think there's a lot of parabolic language that Jesus uses.
Tune in
Yeah,
next week to hear us yell at
I
each
know.
other about. No.
I was gonna say I need to read that one before I give any. Or
Yeah, I would have to like
one.
read into that one and try to do some
Jared,
research
hop on Ben's
on
mic and
narrative.
explain yourself.
Hop on and explain why you're dumb. No.
No, I'm actually just curious. I wonder why that question came up. Unless I'm not sure if it was a joke question. I mean, I'm sure it was a serious question, but like,
It came up recently. I know he had mentioned something about it to me recently, like today. I think I forget why it came up though.
I'm totally blanking on how I normally build my houses right now.
Yeah, no, I forget why that was relevant. Sorry, hang on.
It's a good question though. Yeah, that would be. Sorry, go for it.
Nope, you go.
I was gonna say that would be a good one to discuss, but it would definitely be one that we'd have to like look into ahead of time.
Yeah, like I feel like that's definitely something that would be really like smart for us to do. Is like 5 days before we decide to stream, like setting a time, like at least 2 or 3 days in advance, to where we can all do research on a certain topic.
I was gonna say this was originally
really
supposed to be on Tuesday, but then I forgot I had a church thing that I don't really want to go to.
Here, Jacob.
That's besides the fact.
I'm sending this video to your pastor.
Jacob.
He knows.
He's not going to take 2 hours of his life to watch his youth
Jacob.
pastor and some buddies ramble
Thank
on
you.
Minecraft.
No.
Ben, this is important.
Like, I'm sorry, not to denigrate us, but he is not going to take the time to watch this.
No,
I
absolutely
mean,
not.
also, since this one was kind of rushed, it's pretty disorganized.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't really been doing too
don't have
much theologically, other than like
No.
introductions to who we are, like
Yeah.
theologically, which is okay for a first
This
episode.
is more of
like,
a
we're gonna get
taste.
the hang of it more.
And then whenever I start rambling about something for too long.
Then we'll start yelling
Hey,
at you.
That's a good thing, though. Like, let's be honest. Like, it's
That
a good
one
thing.
Rick and Morty episode where they're like,
Nolan,
they're what?
No.
I think you're the only one here. Wait, Joe, do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. You're not the only one.
There's
who
an
watches Rick
episode
and
where
Morty.
the scientist character Rick, he's trying to prove they're parodying the Avengers, and it's kind of a rough social commentary on like why he hates video game movies and why he hates like comic book movies and why he hates like the superhero genre.
Okay.
Good times.
And one of the bits that they do in it is they're supposed to like map the site of like the superhero's greatest defeat or like the greatest battle in history, and they all start fighting over different battles that they fought and like which one they feel the guiltiest about, and the answer is just Israel, and then they're like, what's Israel? And then Morty's just like, that's just something Rick talks about when he's blackout drunk.
Oh no. Yikes.
Hey Jacob, remember the time
And then Rick was like, and then Rick got all like concerned about it. He's like, wait, what did he say about it? I'm sure it wasn't anything bad.
I'm done, I promise.
Jacob, do you remember when our mutual friend forced us to watch 2 episodes of that one night?
Yeah, that mutual friend's coming up here next weekend.
Yeah, I
I'm
heard.
excited.
That's pretty good.
Oh my
time.
God, we have
Which friend is that?
That's Chris. Yeah, you've met him.
Have I?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, at least in
Didn't you
passing.
guys
I don't
prefer
remember
leather?
But we haven't like had time to hang out a whole lot recently, just because we're busy and he lives in the more like the Kenosha, Milwaukee area.
Oh.
But so
I'll have to-
he's coming up this
He
weekend.
probably knows
and-
my buddy Caleb.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just living near somebody who's not.
Did I tell you
Yes,
the wife and I are planning on moving to Milwaukee?
Oh, you are? When?
Sometime this summer.
Nice.
Nice.
Let me know, because that's like, not too far from us.
I know.
That'd be cool.
I will definitely let you know, and we can definitely try to get together a little more often, hopefully.
Yeah.
I
I was
really
gonna
do need to look again and see if there's a Wisconsin church.
No, if you guys, I can help find you guys some community in Milwaukee too. Try doing. You guys in Sydney should try doing pseudo sports when you're there. There's a group of people I know in Milwaukee that run a pseudo sports club, and every Tuesday night they meet to play pseudo sports, like sports that aren't really sports, but like sometimes they'll do like a spike ball night, sometimes they'll do like board game night. One time they did a wheels night. Sometimes they'll go their last one they did was underwater hockey at like an aquatic center there.
That's kind of fun.
Dang.
And it's activities like that happen like every single week. It's super
Okay.
cool. I'll connect you with my buddy Luke and my friend Lindsay, who are a part of like the people who run that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
definitely
clarified
will
what
hit
it
you up
was,
for that.
because I had no
We need a
idea what
lot-
that was.
Like we both have. So one of the other guys, the other guy. There were 2 other guys from our gap year program. One
Yeah.
of them, one of my best friends, he lives in that area with his wife, and she was also part of the gap year program. And my roommate's older sister lives up there with their other 2 younger siblings who we know from camp. So we have a lot of camp friends up there. So we're going to already have like a church community because he's a worship and AV director at assistant director at a local church up there. So we'll probably be already have like a church community set up and like a friend community, but like extracurriculars and stuff like that, you know, like things like sports like that. I know that there's like I've been doing research into like Sunday league soccer up there because I've been wanting to get into that again because I want to like be able to, you know, play sports and be out in the community a little bit more, trying to do some outreach program, and not even like necessarily outreach in terms of like right off the rip, but just making connections to potentially have outreach opportunities.
There's a lot
that I'm looking for.
Lifestyle and outreach.
Pseudo markets itself as sports for people who aren't athletes, so they'll always do like a fake sport. Like it'll hardly ever be like a mainstream, like a soccer night, and sometimes it like literally just won't even be a night. It'll be just like, hey, no sports, everybody just meet up at this bar.
Nice. I'm actually kind of excited now. I was gonna say, we really like our community up here, but we've been struggling to find people to just like chill with, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Nolan's probably experienced that as well. Like just the being a pastor, it kind of limits who you're able to just chill out with.
A little bit. I've actually had a little bit of success finding. I've had a little bit of success actually in finding guys my own age that I connect with.
Oh, that's good.
They're not really my own age, but they're like closer in age to me.
Yeah.
I've been connecting really well with this guy Nathan and this other guy Josiah. One of our elders at church. He's very Finnish. His family's from Finland, and so he is super into like actual saunaing in like a proper like wooden sauna out in the middle of nowhere. So he invited us over to do that next week. So I guess sauna night with a return.
That's kind of fun. I've always wanted to do like an actual sauna.
It's like a workout with how hot he gets it.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're not generally like relaxing because you're just sweating.
Why is there a treehouse in the middle of this?
That's
valley?
Ben. I transplanted a jungle tree here for him.
Gotcha.
He's making me feel at home.
I've really liked getting to know like those dudes around my area, which is super cool.
Yeah, that's helpful.
And then also like last night, so there's a guy from my church who he wanted to try what's it called?
Speed dating. Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, he wanted to try speed dating, so I went speed dating with him last night.
What?
Yeah, have you ever been? Do you know what speed dating is, Ben?
Do I look or sound or in any way seem like someone who would ever do speed dating?
Yes.
I would.
Do you know what it?
I would be so uncomfortable and just stressed out. Anyway,
like he would just start stress talking about archaeology.
Yeah, probably.
He's like, that's one obscure Star Wars lore book that's now been deemed non-canon by Disney. There's this one character who's actually just in it for one scene, but they wrote this other book that was a knockoff that was specifically about him. And in it, sorry, Ben.
I feel very called out right now.
But am I wrong?
Holy cow. You just assassinated Ben with your words.
I killed him with facts and logic. Anyways.
That's ironic, considering my name.
Ooh, you're right.
Ben, get it?
Yeah, I got it.
If you get it, you get it.
And if you don't...
so funny.
If you don't, you clearly... Never mind, I'm not going to make that joke.
Uh-oh. Next week on BibleCraft. Oh, gosh. Yeah, so I don't...
That hole in the world up at the top of the village, or the mountain next to the cobweb village?
What?
There's a huge hole in the top of the mountain next to the cobweb village. It's cool.
No, I haven't been over there. Nolan. You know what I'm saying. I don't know what our schedule for this will be. These will generally be probably more on the Tuesday night side of things. Or Friday, depending on when we decide that week, which works best for all of us. But yeah, I don't know how... It probably won't be weekly. especially next week. I'm only streaming on Thursday because Tuesday I have something, and then Friday Chris will be here. So we probably won't do it next week, but we'll have to find a time probably 2 weeks from now, so like right as we're going into March, and and give ourselves time to figure out topic and write some notes and do all that fun stuff for it. That should be fun. I'm trying to get some glass here because I want to do a big like glass wall on my house. That way I can make eye contact with Ben through my big window.
Wonderful.
Ben, welcome to the neighborhood. Yikes.
I have a very bad temptation right now.
Thinking of that scene right now in Back
Don't
to the
burn
Future,
it.
where Marty McFly sees his dad for the first time, and he's
Yep.
like, "My dad's a peeper."
Yeah.
Hey, Ben,
Yes, Joe.
do you know what I have right now?
Joe, put down the flint and steel.
At the base of your house? What do you think
Joe,
I have right now?
put down the flint and steel.
You guys have any bones?
Be gone!
I'm not even by his house, and I already knew what Joe was doing.
I'm losing so much health. I'm full health, and I'm losing too much. With my full iron armor, I must run.
You're
Ben,
just
he has
punching
the
him.
power of God on his side.
So return.
Ben,
Bye.
teleport him into the void. Teleport him into the void.
I forgot I was not.
He would definitely
You
do
guys have
that
any
if I
bones?
actually burned down his house, but I won't.
Yeah.
I could never do that to this beautiful, beautiful jungle tree.
No.
You know, it's the only jungle tree in the area. So
It
that would be
really
kinda
is.
racist.
Shout out to the
Joe,
Amazon forest.
I have the command typed.
No,
I will
Ben.
never do it. I will not do it, my
I
friend.
won't actually. I won't
You guys have any
actually.
bones?
I have 2 bones.
I have 2 bones.
I have 50-something
Hey.
bones. Isn't that how many we have? Or I don't know.
Can I take your
My
bones?
bones. You stay away. Here, no, I dropped them. But
You're my
it
friend.
comes at a price.
A bone for
Hey.
a bone.
A
will
soul
repay
for a
favor.
soul.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm glad I can't see what's going on right now.
I mean, nothing's actually going on right now.
Sure.
Not from a Jedi.
Not from a Jedi, no, they're not allowed. What?
Well,
We're
you're
on
still
stream, by the
streaming,
way,
aren't
for
we?
the next minute.
Yeah, I know.
We should probably think about wrapping up stream, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm at 156.56. So, all right,
Three of
let's
us are here.
gather.
All 4 of us are here.
Let's gather around
Joe!
the fire.
Quit
Joe-
watch- quit with
Joe,
the
light
arson.
a fire right. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no! All right.
I
With
shall be
that,
on fire.
with that, we'll end the stream. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time. Woo!
Yeah.
And it's gone. I think. Wait, don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet.